Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel for another video. Now, in this video, I constructed a list of 7 songs that I believe are perfect party crowd favorites. Now, if you're a beginner, an intermediate, or even an advanced guitar player, you can definitely get something out of this video. If you're somebody that just wants to casually learn a few songs that you can perform in front of your friends and family at any time, maybe during the holidays, or sing around the campfire during the summertime, this list is going to be perfect for you. Now, what I'm going to be doing for every one of these song examples is I'm going to do a brief lesson on each one of them, and at the very end of each individual lesson, I'm going to do a complete play-along playthrough where I'm going to sing and play it. I'm going to have the lyrics and the chords down below, so you're going to be able to see everything. But remember, depending on your level, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks if you are more on the beginner side, but all of these should be really easy and clear to follow along with. I'm going to include chord charts and tab if we need it, and let's jump right into it. All right, up at spot number 1 is a total classic, and I just had to put it at spot number 1 because it's a total classic, people get into it, it's nice and upbeat, and you can't go wrong playing this song. And it's going to be the song Take Me Home Country Roads by John Denver. And by the way, for all of these examples, I am in standard tuning, so nothing crazy going on there. And we're only going to need 4 really simple open chords, no bar chords. We're going to need a G, an E minor, we're going to need a D, and a C. Now, if you are a beginner or more on the beginner side and you're just now getting comfortable with some of your chords, that's totally fine. What I would recommend is to pause the video, take a few minutes or a few practice sessions. I'll put chapters down below so everything's easy to find. But what I want you to do is practice your chords, make sure they're feeling good, sounding good before you move on to the next step. But if you are ready for the next step, what we're going to do is introduce the strum pattern, the main strum pattern. Now, to get by throughout this song, you're really going to need 2 strum patterns. One is the longer one and one is a nice, easy, short one. We'll get to that too. So for the long one, what I want us to do is mute our strings just to get down the right hand. Again, if you're strumming with your right hand, and we're just going to get the rhythm down. So for this very first strum pattern, what it's going to sound like is this. And what I'm doing here is I'm going down, down, up, down, up. And it's really important that you get this down because later in this video, I'm going to have a few other songs that are going to utilize this form of a strum pattern. So we definitely want to get this down. Now, the second strum pattern that's going to be sprinkled throughout the song just a little bit is a little bit of a quicker one. It's going to sound like this. Down, 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 up. Nice and simple, but I do warn people that, sure, it is a bit of a shorter, easier strum pattern, but that also means that eventually we're going to have to switch to and from chords a little sooner whenever we're doing a strum pattern that's a little bit shorter. So I guess there's some give and take there. Now, what I'm going to do before the play along, again, that's all you're really going to need for the majority of this song, especially to get through the verses and choruses, is a brief playthrough through the first line or two of the verse. No singing, just the guitar part. I'm going to play nice and slow with the chords as well as the 2 strum patterns. You'll hear where that short one will be kind of slid in there. And then we're going to go ahead and play along together with the playthrough. So again, if you're feeling good about things, that's awesome. Again, if you ever have to pause the video just to practice up on some of this, that's fine as well. But let's go ahead and get into the play along.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads.
All right, up next at spot number 2 is a total classic. It's fun, it's upbeat, and it's going to be the song Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash. And I like this song a lot because this song is actually made up of just a bunch of verses. So once you learn one verse, you've learned all of them. The only thing that will change is going to be the lyrics, and we'll get to that a little bit later. Now, one thing I'm going to introduce along with obviously the chords in just a second is going to be the strum pattern. The strum pattern is actually nice and simple from the outside, but to get it down right, the way Johnny Cash does it, and to get those little details and nuances down, it's going to be a little bit of practice. It's going to be fun, but I'm going to teach you a skill today, so make sure to stick around for that. Now, in terms of the chords, again, all open chords, and really quick, I do have the capo here on fret number 2. This is the only song out of the whole list of 7 songs where I'm actually going to be using a capo. So if you do have yours with you today, make sure to grab it. Let's put it on fret number 2, and let's get started. All right, the chords that we're going to need are going to be, again, all open chords, no bar chords. We're going to start off with an E major chord. We're then going to go ahead and play an E dominant 7 or an E7. We're going to take that third finger away, so we'll need that chord on occasion. We're also going to have an A major chord and an A7. Again, chord charts are popping up for everything. And the last chord we're going to need is a B7. Now, B7, if you haven't played it before or you're still getting used to it, it's a bit of a tricky one. We're having to use all 4 fingers. It's just going to take a little bit of time and practice, but make sure to practice nice and slow, switching to and from some of these chords if they are a bit new. But again, that's what brings this song to life, is some of those dominant 7 chords. Now, really briefly, before I get into the strum pattern, one thing that I wanted to mention is that all of these songs, again, I'm playing in standard tuning here on the guitar, but I am playing them in ways that I like to play them when I play live. I do perform solo acoustic live, and this is one of those songs where this song is actually in a bit of a different key. It fits my voice best. Again, Johnny Cash sings very low in this song. I can't quite sing that low comfortably, so I kind of raise the key a bit. So again, when you see the performance I'm going to do in just a few minutes, you're going to see me perform it this way just because it fits my voice best. Now, in terms of the strum pattern, I'm going to show you how you're actually going to want to play it down the road, just the right way to play it, the way that he plays it and really brings the song to life. But then I'm going to share a little bit of an easier version too. So when it comes to the strum pattern, what I want you to do is understand that the strum pattern is simply going to be down, down, and an up. Sounds simple, right? But here's the thing. What I want us to do is focus on a down strum, the first one, on the first low half of the strings, just like that. Again, muting the strings. And then our second down strum, our second half, is going to be on the top strings or the high strings. So let's go down on the first half, down on the second half, and an up. And the up is basically the same as any other up, just a bit quicker maybe. And what I want you to do is get that idea down. At first, it can be weird to think of a strum pattern as 2 halves of a down strum. It's kind of strange, but you'll understand what I mean. Now what I want you to do is when you're ready, try to pick up a little bit of speed. The rhythm won't quite come to life yet, and that's okay, but we should have something like this. Now, with more time and practice, again, when I first learned how to do this, it took me days, if not weeks, of practicing this. We're going to go ahead and speed it up just a little bit, and we're going to add a little bit of that bouncy, galloping rhythm. It's going to sound like this. So again, it is tricky. Take your time. If you do want the easier option, I'm going to explain that in just a second. But I do recommend practicing this so you can play other Johnny Cash songs like I Walk the Line, Ring of Fire, and Folsom Prison Blues, for example. Now, in terms of an easier strum pattern, if you want to work on that, you can also do this strum pattern and it works great. So for that second strum pattern that we're able to play, if you want a little bit of an easier route that still works and still sounds good, what we can do is simply go down, down, up, down, up. Okay, so we're not having to worry about any sort of 2 halves of a down strum or anything crazy like that. You can actually easily get by with that as well. Let's try a couple rounds again. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Cool, so pick your route, stick to it, practice it. You're gonna get stronger with it if it is a bit challenging right now. But what I wanna do before the play along really quick is just do a couple little lines. I will just do the first 3 or 4 lines of the song with the E's and the A's. And I'm gonna go ahead and utilize, nice and slow, the very first strum pattern that we practiced. Here we go. really quick before we do get into the next 5 songs here on today's list, if you do like content like this and you do want to see more here at Growth in Music every single week, and if you do want to support us directly here at Growth in Music, just make sure to subscribe. It does mean a lot. We're still a small and growing channel, but you'll be notified every week with more weekly content. All right, up next at spot number 3, we have again a total classic. This song is upbeat, everybody knows it, everybody loves it, and we can really simplify it to make it sound awesome without having to sacrifice much. I know some of these songs, if we really make it sound a little bit more simple, sometimes that can show, but in this song we can do what we want with it. We can keep it really simple, or we can add some details, and I'll explain what I mean. We're gonna learn the song Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner, and we're only gonna need 3 chords, which is super nice for us, no bar chords. We're gonna need a D, a C add 9, and a G. In that order, pretty much the whole song. Now here's what's really important about the switching. This will save you a ton of time and a ton of headache. If we switch properly, it's gonna feel effortless. Here's what I mean. We're gonna start on a D chord, and what I want you to do when we switch to C add 9, again, follow the chord charts if you need to, is I want you to remove everything but the 3rd finger. I want you to then plant your pinky on the 3rd fret of the high string. Your 2nd finger is going to grab the 3rd fret of the 5th string, and your 1st finger is going to grab the 2nd fret of the 4th string. That is going to be your switch motion. Watch how quick this can be. Here's D, here's C add 9. D, C add 9. That quick. Now, if we go from C add 9 to G, we just simply have to take our bass notes and bring them towards this one string, and we're already at G. It's that simple. So if you can get that idea down, that muscle memory with that switch, it's going to definitely make things effortless for you. All right, perfect. Now in terms of the strum pattern, it's actually very straightforward. We're gonna need 2 strum patterns, and one of them is actually the one we used for Take Me Home Country Roads earlier in the video. So the very first strum pattern, we're gonna use this on D and C add 9, okay? So starting on D, what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna play down, 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 up. We're gonna then practice our switch motion to C add 9 nice and quick. It's gonna be the same strum pattern, down, 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 up. And then when we switch to G, we're going to use that main strum pattern again for the from the John Denver song. Down, down, up, down, up. So again, practice super slow, but if we put it together at a good speed, it's going to sound like this. And that simple idea for the guitar part is really going to get you through pretty much the whole song. Again, this song is great. Once you feel good about the switching motion in the right hand, you can easily increase the speed. That should be kind of the last thing on your guys' minds if other things are a little bit tricky or challenging. But when you're ready, definitely up the speed a little bit and have fun with it.
Big wheels keep on turning, carry me home to see my kid.
All right, up next at spot number 4 is going to be another total party crowd favorite, but I'm not going to do a play along with this one. I'm going to keep it brief just due to potential copyright issues with this song and with the artist, but I did want to include it because it's great for this list. And it's going to be the song Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks. And this song is nice and simple. There is one challenging bit with this song, and it's going to be the bar chord. But I am going to show you how to play the intro actually, so I can at least play that, and I'll put up some tab for it as well. So starting off, we're going to use an A major chord, and we're going to simply pick the strings 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, after that, we're going to again keep that ringing for a little bit. We're going to go ahead and grab this B flat diminished type of chord, and what we're going to do is it's a nice and simple switch. Go ahead and just remove that third finger, okay? And we're going to place our open first finger that's available and free on the first fret of the 5th string, and we're going to play the same strings, 5, 4, 3, 2. So when you just kick into those first two chords, we're not even done with the intro yet, but when you kick into that, people know it right away. So it sounds like this so far. All right, now this part can be a bit challenging, but I would encourage you to try it. Even if you haven't done any bar chord stuff yet, you can still give it a shot. We're gonna need a B minor chord. All right, we're gonna go ahead and bar the 2nd fret, top 5 strings, and we're gonna make the A minor shape underneath it. And we're gonna pluck the same strings, 5, 4, 3, 2. And the final chord is nice and easy. We're gonna need just a simple E major chord. And the way that I like to finish off this intro is simply making that chord and playing 6, 5, 4, and then a full strum across E. All right, let's put it together. Again, practice it, have fun with it. The remaining bit of the song is just some simple strumming with those chords. Just make sure to tackle that bar chord. Here we go. Up next at spot number 5 is going to be a fun one. This one is great because it starts off nice and slow, it gradually speeds up in tempo, and it gets people singing and clapping along with you as you play. And we're going to learn the song American Pie by Don McLean. And what's really fun here is the fact that we're not getting any bar chords, just a bunch of open chords, and they're all chords we've already used in previous songs. Here's what I mean. Just like the John Denver song, we're going to need a G, an E minor, a D, and a C. We're also going to need an A7, and if you remember back to the Johnny Cash song, it's one of those chords as well. So we're also going to need an A7 or an A dominant 7 as well. Now there's a few ways that you can play it. Again, the way that I kind of like to do it in the beginning, I'm going to go into a few little key details that I like to do, but you can definitely make the song your own. What I like to do is kind of open up with just one long down strum and hold over the top of the first verse, and then I like to strum. You could also do whatever you want. You could start off by some slow strumming, finger picking, whatever you want to do, make it your own. And that's just kind of something that I wanted to share about all of these songs today, is you can always take whatever I'm doing and make it your own. You can always change things, change some strum patterns. If you're really on the beginner side, which is great, I'm glad you're here watching this video, feel free just to do some down strums. You know, just getting used to that, helping out your left hand. I know it's so weird and challenging to learn to switch well between chords, but if we make things simple by even just some simple down strums throughout these chord progressions, that's going to help a ton. So definitely make these songs your own depending on your level.
So bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die.
Okay, up next, we've got 2 more songs on today's list. If you've gotten this far, good job. Please let me know down in the comments, what other songs would you add to this list? I want to keep this list pretty condensed, but what songs would you add to a party favorite or party crowd favorite type of video like this? Let me know down in the comments. But here at spot number 6, I wanted to include the song because it's fun, it's upbeat, and it's only 3 chords. It's going to be the song Bad Moon Rising by CCR. Now, in terms of the open chords, we're just going to need a D, an A, and a G. That's it for the whole song. Now, what really brings this song to life is definitely the strum pattern here. It's a little bit tricky, it's a little bit upbeat, but bear with it. What we're gonna need first, we'll call this the very first strum pattern, is gonna go down, down, up, right? Should sound familiar. And we're gonna start that off on a D chord. All right, next we're gonna do a nice quick switch. Eventually we're gonna need a pretty quick switch to A, and it's gonna be 2 down strums. Again, another pretty quick switch to G for 2 down strums. And then back to D, and it's gonna be a little bit of a longer strum pattern. Here we go. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And it's really just the same strum pattern as earlier that we used for the first D chord, we're just doubling it up, okay? So nice and slow. All the way through. I'm gonna, again, bring back the tempo quite a bit so we can practice along together. It's gonna sound like this. Now, before the playthrough with all the lyrics and all that stuff, what I'm gonna do is play it a little bit quicker up to speed, 2 rounds through just the guitar part. Okay, for the final song here at spot number 8, we've done a lot of classics today, which is great. They're timeless, that's why they're classics. But I did want to incorporate a bit more of a modern song to this list in case that's something that you want. This song always goes over well. Again, as somebody that performs live very regularly, I get to play shows quite often, and I like to sprinkle in some Zach Bryan songs throughout my shows whenever I can. And the song that we're going to learn today is going to be Something in the Orange. It's one of the easier songs to probably just kind of get down and play of his, just because it's nice and slow, really easy chords, and the melody is nice and simple to sing along with once you've got some practice under your belt. Now, in terms of the chords, we're going to need all chords that we've been using throughout this whole video, and that's kind of why I structured this video this way, so things kind of overlap. But we're going to need an E minor, we're going to need a G, a D, and a C add 9. Now, there's kind of a lot of ways that you can do a bit of a rhythm or a strum pattern. What I would highly recommend, again, I said this earlier, but if you're more on the beginner, intermediate side of things, just start with down strums. There's nothing wrong with that. You can also go ahead and add whatever strum pattern you feel you like. If there's kind of one that fits this song best, feel free to add it. There are a few things, if you do listen to him play it either live or on the record, there's a lot of little changes in the rhythm. So to copy it exactly how he's doing it can be a bit tricky. So you want to definitely find something that just kind of fits throughout the whole song, whatever works best for you, depending on your level.
To you I'm just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I poison myself again, something in the orange tells me you're never coming home. If you leave today, I'll just stare back away. The orange touches all things around. The grass, trees, and dew, how I just hate you. But please turn those headlights around.
All right, you guys, I hope you liked today's video. This one was definitely a fun one for me to make. This one was aimed more towards the beginner or intermediate guitar players that just want to learn a few more songs, maybe perform in front of family and friends. This video was for you guys. But again, if you do like content like this and you do want to support us directly here at the channel here at Growth in Music, and if you want to see more weekly content, again, here from the channel, just make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.